Hello everyone, this is Lottie from Cancer as a Lifestyle. As you can see, we had our snow last night, or the day before actually. Last night was all about, shoveling and getting everything done. As you can see, we had a lot more than what I thought we would have around here. We normally, in the last couple of years, we have not had a lot of snowfall at all. In fact, our temperatures are not even as cold as they used to be. But this winter, it seems we have quite a bit of snow has fallen, although the last several times it's been not that many inches, more like dustings. But this time around we did get some. Now, I used to live in the city in Chicago, and let me tell you, they are much better at putting out the salt and clearing the streets than they are here. In the suburbs, they tend to take their time. And I can tell you that even here in our complex, it actually took well into the afternoon, the day after, for them to come out. And as you can see, clear the courtways around here. And the parking lot is still a mess, not really good at all. Now, this is my third winter here, and I would have to say the last 2 winters, they were pretty good about any snowfall that happened. They would clear it. This time, I think they're taking I don't know if they're waiting for everyone to go to work. It is still the weekend, and they couldn't really get in and do the parking lot as good as I guess they could during the weekday. Now, the sun is out, but let me tell you, don't be fooled by that. It is in, I think, the teens, and it's going to be in the teens all week. It is freezing, and temperatures will be dropping. And in fact, I think when the snow first fell, it was very light and fluffy. And then just in a matter of a few hours, it got hard, and it was not easy to shovel at all. I'm sure the rest of you got a lot more than we did, but I'm still very glad that we only got a few inches and not too bad around here. Okay. So today I wanted to go to Walmart. I needed some more of these bins that you see here. Now, they are really good. They have a really nice selection of bins. I actually prefer the ones here that you see that have the handles such as this. I like these a lot. I think these are going for like $8.97, I think. And I wanted some clear ones. As you know, I have been working on purging my apartment and all my belongings. And I kind of started out in my room with the yarn and all and supplies, and it just got out of hand. And I'm almost done, but I needed a couple more. And not just for, I don't need all of these for the supplies and the yarn, but I need it for other things as well. So I purchased this. Now, the snow is still out there. It's going to take some time for people to really get our streets and sanitation to come out and clear everything. It's just cold and it's freezing right now. So I braved to go to Walmart, so I did buy a few things, and this included. But of course I ended up forgetting a lot too. So as you can see, I ended up making a list to put on my refrigerator because I am horrible at remembering things when I go to the store. Now, I do really well in a list, and I normally make lists, but this time I rushed in. At the last minute, I was debating should I go or not, and I ended up forgetting quite a few things. So I put new papers up, and then I'm going to make my list, so the next time I'll just grab it. So as you know, I went into Walmart, and I ended up getting some of these flaming Cheetos. I always get something for my daughter as a little snack and all. She is really good about eating healthy and all, but being a woman, and if you're a woman, you know what I'm talking about. There are times that we need some of our comfort food, and so I like to keep something on hand, all the time for her, and I know what her favorites are. So when she does get those moments or those days where she needs some of her some of her comfort food, it's on hand. So these are always inexpensive, and you can get these just for like under $2 half the time. Now I also picked up my bottle of wine. I happen to like Liberty Creek, the Cabernet Sauvignon. Like red wine. I don't like to spend a lot of money on wine. I have a niece and nephew that make their own wine at home all the time, and they basically told me if you spend money, that wine is one of the most inexpensive to make. That if you spend more than $10 on wine, you are overpaying. So I've always ended up going and getting. I don't spend more than $10 or less for wine. Walmart has a good brand. The Liberty Creek is actually the most inexpensive that I found, which is like $6.97 or something. And let me tell you, it's very rarely that you can find the Cabernet because it just goes. And another thing I ended up purchasing was the ramen noodles, and I only did that for a reason. And I know I say we do not use anything out of a can or anything, but we do eat our ramen noodles. These are great for those times that you are rushed and you have a lot going on. You don't have time. Now, I know these have a lot of salt, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add more water to each packet. So kind of dilute the saltiness of it. But I bought these because one, they're very inexpensive, and two, they're great to add to a sandwich or something for lunch. You can have a quick go-to, and I know that we are going to be very busy in the next several weeks with working long hours at work, and to make our life a little bit easier as we make our lunches, we're just going to add our little ramen noodles. Who doesn't like ramen noodles? Another thing that I ended up finding, and this is something new that we've been buying. Let me turn this around. We always like our Yankee candle. Now, our Yankee candle, this is a Yankee candle, so don't think I'm crazy. But we always buy our Yankee candle because they're expensive. They're not cheap. You will spend at least around $20 for a candle. But they last longer. The scent is very strong. It's a good scent. It's not cheap. And I have found that if you want a good candle, you need to spend the money. I'm sorry, but buying one for $3, like I used to buy those ones that you could get for $3 or $5 at Walmart and all, it is actually, they go out. You know, you can burn them out in one evening. And the scent isn't very strong. You need you're going to need to spend some money, and the Yankee candles are really good. Now this one is the Better Homes and Gardens. I purchased last time I was at Walmart, I thought I was grabbing the Yankee candle, and I ended up grabbing one of these. And now there's a difference in the price. But I didn't realize, because they are actually side by side, and they look exactly alike except for the different label and the brand. But so I grabbed one, and I didn't realize till I got home that I had the Better Homes and Gardens candle. Now I have to tell you that it is pretty good. I was surprised because, like I said, I know that we love candles. We like scented candles. We like to use them in the evening when we're watching TV. We like to light one. This is a pretty good one, I have to say. It does have a really strong flavor. It does have a good scent, and it does not burn down real quickly like a lot of them do. So I'm going to try it. We've only used one, and so I purchased another one. Let's see how this one does. If I notice that it is burning too quickly or it doesn't have a good scent, we'll go back to Yankee. But Yankee is still my number one. The Yankee candle is excellent, but it's also kind of pricey, and if we can find a better substitute, of course we're going to go for the better deal if it's worth it. Another thing that I needed, actually the bins and the tape is what I ran out of. I was making a whole bunch, I was boxing a whole bunch of deliveries for the charity, and I ended up running out of tape right in the middle, and that's actually almost something that I never do. I almost never run out of the tape, but I did this time. So I mean, I actually waited a good day or more because of the storm and all, and I didn't want to go in Like I said, the roads are still not really cleared. The parking lots are horrible. I mean, not a really good reaction to a storm that I think was very well advertised, and yet I think because we generally do not get tons of snow, we get dustings. I think that everybody kind of took it for granted that it might be another dusting. So also I wanted to show you something else that my mom gave me, and excuse me, let me turn it around so you can see it better. She gave me a couple of these packets. Can you see it? Hold on. A couple of these patches. Now, I have often talked about my arthritis or my leg pain or my arm. I have a lot of aches and pains. I have a lot of issues with, for as old as I am, I think my mom is in better shape physically with her legs, with her mobility than I am. So she gave me some of these patches to put on my arm, to use on my legs or wherever, but I ended up trying using it on my right hand because ever since I did those homeless mats, I think I made like 24 homeless mats. I ended up straining my right arm, and whenever the cold changes or the routine, the rain, the dampness, the cold, the snow, you start aching. So I've been trying, I've been using them. They're pretty good. I will have to tell you, I have to recommend them. I think it is by prescription only. So these are most likely her prescription. But they stay on, it is a patch, and it stays on pretty good. It does not, a lot of the patches, they don't have a good stickiness to them. They kind of unravel. I put one on my elbow right now, and it stayed on. It's good for like 12 hours, and it did stay on. And I ended up in the evening to use overnight, and this morning I used it over my right hand, and it stayed on also. But then I wasn't, washing dishes or doing anything with my hand that would require dampness. So another thing she bought are these Biofreeze. I've never used them, and I haven't used it yet. She got one in a roll-on and in a spray. Now, she claims that it actually feels wonderful. I'm not sure. I have never used this, and I haven't used it yet. She says that when you do use them, it feels like a cold, really cold compress on your hand or on your arm or wherever you put them. So, okay. So these are just a few things that I have purchased today. I have forgotten quite a few items, but again, I'm going to have to sit down and make my list. I am a big, a believer in lists, and I again forgot my list. Oh my goodness! And now it's like, and actually because I didn't write them down, like right now when I'm trying to think of what were some of the things I had to get, it's like a total blank in my head right now. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button. Comment below. What are some of the things you purchase at Walmart? Walmart to us is actually a go-to store for the odds and ends that it's very close by. And for us, we don't really buy a lot of groceries from them, but we buy a lot of things that we run out of. It's like a go-to store for us. So please comment below. I would love to know, what do you buy at a Walmart? What do you use Walmart mostly for? And is it your grocery weekly shopping, or just your clothes, or is it a combination of everything? So thank you again for watching, and have a blessed day, everyone.